Today's video is sponsored to you by EA, and earlier this morning we got the full official College Football 26 gameplay deep dive full of a ton of information, improvements, enhancing and building upon what was a record-breaking year in College Football 25. And we're going to talk about everything you need to know about it, what you missed if you didn't watch the video in this one. So let's go ahead and jump right on into it. Yo, what's going on, everybody? It's Popular Stranger. Let's just jump right on into it. As I said in the intro, we got the gameplay deep dive for College Football 26 earlier today. I'm going to yap over this trailer. You can go watch it for yourself. We're going to link the video down below in the comment section as a pinned comment, along with this entire gameplay deep dive blog that we're getting all of our information from. So I'm just here to summarize it for you, but if you want to watch the video yourself, if you want to go read through it for yourself, you can find those things down below in the comment section. Let's start by talking about the massive Playbook expansion coming to College Football 26. I'm just going to use numbers so you guys can understand like how big this is going to be. There's going to be over 2,800 brand new plays in the game this year. That's going to be 45 new formations included. And a big reason for that is that we are getting real life head coaches in the game. Last year, that was something we did not see. Probably something a lot of people wanted, including myself. Over 300 new real head coaches, assistant coaches, coordinators are going to be in the game, paving the way for all of these brand new plays and formations. 136 ways of Saturday is the new tagline or slogan this year when it comes to playbooks. All 136 of these playbooks have been handcrafted to reflect real-life play calling and personnel packages. Again, I encourage you to read the blog that we're referencing a lot of stuff from this video because there's way more information in there, way more than I'm going to be able to cover in this video, but there's new motion types: reload, bounce, escort, and boomerang. We got double motion plays. There's a new gadget depth chart slot where you can substitute players into specialized packages across multiple formations. And to me, playing college football in the past years prior to the comeback this year, the gadget plays, the fun plays, the trick plays has always just been something like the essence of college football gameplay is that they got signature looks from the 2024 season, the Penn State shotgun gate, Ole Miss Wildcat deuce wing, I'm just naming a few here, Western Kentucky's power Hulk formation, ECU trips over week. Like I said, there's a lot of information in the blog, but a lot of new plays coming to the game, new formations, and real-life head coaches. When it comes to abilities in CFB 26, a lot of rebalancing was done. There's going to be new abilities, new player archetypes, 10 new additions specifically crafted to reflect the unique and electrifying skill sets that you see every single Saturday. New offensive and defensive abilities like battering ram and hammer, but I think the most important thing or the coolest addition to abilities this year is capturing that out-of-body experience within the game where elite players dramatically shift games outcomes, and EA is going to do this by enhancing how abilities scale when a player gains momentum mid-game. When a player performs exceptionally, their abilities, especially the platinum tier ones, will upgrade to a new Heisman tier with boosted effects and new features signaled by a green flash or a red downward arrow. So abilities aren't going to be static anymore, and at any time, any player can have a game-changing moment. The wear and tear system also coming back for College Football 26, and I don't think that's a bad thing for those of you that maybe dislike that feature. They definitely put in a huge effort and made it a priority to fix the things that people did not like about wear and tear and make sure it's just not another type of injury system in the game. And one of the brand new features that's going to go hand in hand with that is dynamic substitutions, which is probably one of my favorite things that I learned about last month when I got to go down to Orlando and play College Football 26 early, essentially. And I think it's really going to be good for you Dynasty folks. You can substitute players in and out very easily with buttons at the play call menu. No more pausing the game, no more slowing down the pace of things. If you want to put your backup running back in, you can. If you want to take them out, put the starter back in, you can do all of that with just a couple button presses. And again, not having to pause the game to do these things is 100% a great feature being added this year. Physics-based tackling is also something that we'll be seeing improvements in College Football 26. this year to try to deliver a more realistic and impactful football experience. The new upgraded system is going to incorporate things like players' ratings, timing, weight, speed, and user input to create a ton of different tackle outcomes. This overhaul is going to prioritize both visual fidelity and the authentic feel of every single hit, rewarding skill and strategic play. Some of the new tackle types: wrap catch tackles, unprepped hit sticks, in-range lunges. All of these new tackle types are going to deliver impactful moments that can shift momentum in crucial situations and also influence the wear and tear system. The trench work in College Football 26, we're talking offensive and defensive lines of scrimmage. We got new features. Block steering on offense, I think, is going to add a huge skill gap in the running game, and there's going to be smarter blocking mechanics. They noted an improved targeting system when it comes to run and pass blocking in the game. The trenches are just not going to be cosmetic. They're going to be gameplay altering, and every offensive scheme is going to be dependent on how that offensive line functions, whether you're running or passing the ball. And if you're on the other side of the ball, you want to confuse that offensive line, we got stunts and twists, a feature that's also going to be in Madden 26, and I'm really excited about it and ready to see what people are going to cook up game planning defensive schemes and creating confusion and blocking assignments from the opponent's offensive line. To get this to work, from the play calling screen, you're just going to hold the corresponding button for any play that you want to select. Once you hold that down, it's going to show a sub menu that has all of the various stunts and twists custom tailored to that play and formation that you selected it from. You don't have to do these, but it is another element to defense. There's going to be 12 unique stunt types available, each designed to replicate real-life tactics used by defensive coordinators. You're also going to have a handful of tools at your disposal to stop players in the passing game, things like custom zone stems, very similar to what we saw with route stemming last year in College Football 25. You can now custom any type of zone in the game to cover a certain area, if you will. If you're having trouble stopping a certain corner route, you're going to be able to take all of that away with the custom zone feature. Man coverage is also going to be very interesting this year with the brand new route commit feature. If you guess right, you're going to lock down those routes. If you guess wrong, well, your player is going to get beat really bad. The blog also talks about shading your coverage. Shading coverage matters more than ever, pairing directly with the route commit feature and leverage to create a complete defensive toolkit. No eyes, no picks, unless you're user controlling a defender. If that player is in the path of the ball and they are not turned facing the ball, they're not going to have that psychic animation where they can intercept the ball when they really didn't even know it was on the way. Now, if you're user controlling that player, it is going to be a different story. Just want to point that out. But going for a swat or a pick is also going to be a really big gameplay deciding factor now. Interceptions are obviously going to turn the ball over and get it over to the offense, but if you go up and miss that interception, it can end up being a game-changing play. The new SWAT features, not that SWAT's new in the game, but it seems like there's going to be a big overhaul in swatting the football, really could end up being a key part in getting stops on defense. And this part might be my favorite thing in the entire blog. Last year, many clear interception opportunities were missed despite perfect reads and positioning. This year, defensive backs are going to be significantly improved, ensuring that those obvious interceptions are caught. Every interception will now feel earned, whether from baiting the quarterback, jumping a route, or making a well-timed break. Stadium pulse, home field advantage, without a doubt, one of the best things that college football, the game, has to offer. In Stadium Pulse, same name, but it's bringing new energy for College Football 26. Night games, rivalry games, all going to be very impactful. Stadium Pulse is also going to be in the Road to the College Football Playoffs online game mode. I'm really curious to see how that's all going to play out, but there's going to be all new types of things like hot route disruptions. In the kicking game, the accuracy meter can just disappear completely or become transparent. The ball is going to fade away as your kicker is ready to go kick the football. But don't worry, if you are on the road, you can still silence the crowd out. Again, every snap is going to matter. And I just can't wait to see what it looks like when you're playing in the hostile environments, when you're a clear underdog playing on the road against one of the teams and the toughest crowds fans in football. I think we're in store for a really good year of gameplay with College Football 26. Many more things I didn't get a chance to mention in this video that are in the blog. There's like 40 pages worth of information, so make sure you go check it out and let me know down below in the comment section your level of excitement for College Football 26. My name is Popular Stranger, and I'm out. Peace!